Hello, all. Welcome to our weekly update on the Miami market. This is Jason Smith, Keller Williams, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables office in Miami, with our update of what's happening. This week, we're going to talk about single-family homes in Coconut Grove. Coconut Grove is a really sought-after area. It's in the eastern part of Miami-Dade County, bordering the coast. It's south of downtown Miami. It's very famous because during the 60s, there was a big artist community here, and you had really, really well-known artists. The Coconut Grove Arts Festival, one of the biggest in the country, it's known for. It's high above sea level, at some point 18 feet above sea level. So it's on a ridge, super popular. Some businesses. It's got this village lifestyle that you can walk to from Coconut Grove. Yeah, you don't need a car on the weekends. It's really attractive from that standpoint. Easy to access Interstate 95, easy to get to Coral Gables, easy to get to the airport in 15 minutes, easy to get to downtown Miami, especially if you're in North Coconut Grove. You can get there within about 20 minutes or so during rush hour in North Coconut Grove. What else can I tell you about Coconut Grove? Coconut Grove Sailing Club, Coconut Grove Library. You've got the Coco Walk, which is a very nice mall, open air mall that was recently redeveloped as movie theaters, open concept restaurants, outdoor seating. You've got new hotels that are going up there. You've got lots of high-end condo development that has taken place there since about 2015, over the last 10 years. And that's really created this real appetite for new restaurants and an ecosystem of businesses to support these new residents in these very affluent condos right there along the waterfront. Ritz-Carlton, Grosvenor House, Grove at Grand Bay. Those are some of the ones that you see here in Coconut Grove. Yeah, so in addition, you've got single family homes that are trading between about 5 million for a new construction single family on a 6,500 square foot lot. Townhouses range in the 1.5 to 2.5, depending on how many square feet the townhouse has. But it's a very, very attractive area, very popular area. So we're going to tell you a little bit about what's happening in the Coconut Grove market now. But before we do that, we have a new listing coming up shortly. It's in a gated community in the West Coconut Grove area, bordering West Grove and South Grove. It's called St. Hugh Oaks. It's a 4-bedroom detached home in a gated community, and it'll be coming on the market for about 1.4 million, which is a very good value for a detached home, especially in a gated community. So that's coming up on the market shortly. And Zyrel, if you wouldn't mind sharing that video of that upcoming listing. Thank you, Zyrel. Appreciate that. So that gives you a glimpse not only of the new listing, but of some of the attractions that I just told you about in Coconut Grove. One of the projects that I didn't mention is you've got one that's coming from famed developer Ugo Colombo, of the fame of Grosvenor House and Santa Maria. He's got a project named Vita over on Grove Isle, which is trading between 8, maybe 6 million to start with, up to about 20 million for those beautiful condos overlooking the bay and downtown Miami. That's coming online shortly. And you also have a new project of Four Seasons coming up on 27th Avenue. And last I heard, they were still in the friends and family phase for that project coming up on the corner of 27th Avenue and South Bay Shore Drive. So as you can see, there's just many resources being poured into Coconut Grove, much investment being made. And that's why it continues to be a very solid investment with incredible appreciation over the years. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that to see what is actually happening in Coconut Grove. If you're a buyer today, and we're going to look at single family today, if you're at the very low end of the spectrum, what's available in Coconut Grove, and let's even do cost per square foot here. Single family Coconut Grove. So the lowest price available in all of Coconut Grove right now is 590,000. You can also see here 720 is the next lowest, 790, 810. So what does 590,000 get you? And here you can see some downward arrows, which represent price decreases for these available listings, which could be an opportunity for you based on that. So this one here, it's a tear down. 590 carpeted floors, vinyl floors. The lot size is 2625 square feet. It's possible that this is zoned historical, that you might have to keep the structure and update it. So that's the lowest price. What else do we have? We've got one here is with the Keller Williams, our company, listed. Looks like a remodeled home. It's in the Coconut Grove area. Actually, it's clean. It's not remodeled. And that one is 790 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home sitting on a 5,000 square foot lot. Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum. What is the most expensive single family home you can buy right now in Coconut Grove? And it's 150 Edgewater, which has been on the market for a while. Asking price is 23 million. That one has you can accommodate about 80 feet, 80 foot, 90 foot vessel. Here you see a 45 foot vessel, it looks like 40 foot vessel. And there's some room for more. But this gives you an idea what 23 million can get you in Coconut Grove on the Gables Waterway. One thing about this property is that it's nicely elevated on that ridge that I mentioned. It is about 17, 18 feet above sea level. So it's a nice piece of real estate, protected in many ways. It's on a canal, it's elevated, and you can see it's a beautiful, timeless piece of real estate design right here that's on the market of the Gables Waterway. Okay, and that's listed with Jorge Uribe of Sotheby's. Now let's go here and take a look at trend graphics to give you an idea in that 0 to under $1 million in Coconut Grove. What's the market looking like? As you may have heard before, under 6 months of inventory, seller's market, seller's advantage. Over 6 months of inventory, buyer's market, buyer's advantage. And how did we come up with that calculation? You basically divide the 13 homes, let's say, divided by the 4 that have sold in the month of May recently. 13 divided by 4, so it's about 3 point something months. And to be, let's see, yes, 3.3 months. Meaning it would take 3 months, 3.3 months to sell these 13 homes if they continue to sell at 4 per month. So it's a really good way of sizing up a market to see if it's a seller or a buyer advantage. So as you can see here, it's been seller advantage, seller advantage, seller advantage pretty much the last year, except for an aberration in November, where you had 19 months. It was a buyer's advantage at that particular moment. So there we have it. Stands to reason. It's affordable. It's in a great area, Coconut Grove. Now let's see 1 to 2 million in Coconut Grove, what the market is looking like, single family. Okay, so you have 2.4 months, so it's still a seller's advantage under 6 months. Seller's advantage in March. It was a neutral market 6 months in February. And again, it's an active market. We're seeing with our team, it's been a super active year, 2024. We're at double the closed and pending deals in 2024 that we had in 2023. So the market is definitely moving for single family. So there you have it. Now let's take a look at, say, 2 to 5 million. We increase the price. What's that market looking like? One would imagine that it becomes more of a buyer's advantage as you go up in price. Let's see if that hypothesis is correct. So yes, it's a neutral market in May, 6 months, seller's market in April, slight buyer's advantage in March, buyer's advantage in February, seller advantage in January. Again, that we had an aberration 1 month. That was September this time. So more of a neutral, seller to neutral market in the 2 to 5 million range. Now let's take a look at the 5 to 10 million range to see what's going on with Coconut Grove single family. Okay, so there you have more of a buyer's market in the 5 to 10 million range, less buyers in that category. 11 and a half months, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, 7, 7 and a half, 13, 12. So it gives you an idea what's happening there in the 5 to 10 million range. Now, if we were to look to see price per square foot, what are properties trading at? So if you were to look here at the under 1 million market, you're looking at 700 per square foot, 100, 700, 500, 800. Now, if you go above a million, you're 800 per square foot, 700. So you're seeing a lot of 8, 6, 7, 800 per square foot. Here, 1,000 per square foot, 900 per square foot. So as one goes up in price, you're seeing more in the 1,000 per square foot range. Now you start to see 2,000 per square foot in the 2.5 million range. So it gives you an idea. Now let's see what at the top of the market in Coconut Grove for that $23 million property. They're asking 2,000 per square foot. Here you have 2,300, 2,800, 3,200, 2,200, 2,600. So it gives you an idea of what's happening in the Coconut Grove single family market. Some other things I'd like to mention to you just off the cuff, just some observation in the as someone doing business in the market. We hit some $300,000 condos, one near Dadeland, near Pinecrest, another one in the Doral area, which traditionally would have sold like that because it's affordable. Investors can compete for those units to rent them out and cash flow in addition to people end users who want an affordable payment. But the two listings that we had last month, they sat on the market for quite a while. One did sell, one expired at the price that the seller wanted. And part of that is because of all the new laws and regulations that have gone into funding reserves for the condos as a result of the Surfside incident a few years ago. That, in addition to increased insurance premiums, is increasing the maintenance fees on a lot of these units, and therefore the affordability. And we're really seeing that in the way that they're not getting bought up as they were, these $300,000 to $400,000 condos. And it applies to other price ranges as well. But these are two examples that we personally experienced. Another thing that we're noticing, Redlands land. We have a 2-acre listing in the Redlands, which is the countryside, the rural area of South Dade. People want land. They know that it has lots of room for appreciation moving forward. So we've had 5 or 6 offers on this one listing, and we have one that is now, it's under contract. And we're also seeing, we have a boat slip that went under contract after about 2 months on the market. It's a 40-foot boat slip. They're not making a lot more of these boat slips. Therefore, that's an appreciating asset that is something to consider for the buyer who's buying it. We have one that went under market very quickly and went under contract quickly in Palmetto Bay. It was a ranch style home, beautifully maintained, and this square foot lot on a quiet street. Of course, it was a Florida ranch, well maintained, owned by an architect. That went under contract very quickly, and that one will be closing shortly. Another one that we had that went under contract was an off market on Key Biscayne. This one, for 15,000 square foot lot, about 88 feet on the water, off market deal. That one is under contract. So there's no shortage of buyers for properties that are special, that are unique, that are not commodities, where you can buy 3 or 4 others of exactly the same type down the road or in the same building, is the message that I'm sending to you. We're also seeing seller financing these days. We've had 2 deals in the last 3 or 4 months that are seller financing. And the advantage for a seller is that you can get your price. If you're looking for a certain price, you can get that price if you're offering terms that are attractive. In the situation that we've had, the seller was willing to offer 5% interest in a market where there might be 6.5%, 7% interest. So they're offering favorable terms to a buyer. There's no appraisal needed, so you don't have to worry about it if it appraises or not. And it's easier to get the buyer to qualify. There's less underwriting. So we're seeing more of these seller finance deals. They're very attractive right now compared to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you had 2.5%, 3% interest rates. Not a lot of seller financing going on then compared to now into the 6 and 7% interest rate. So that's the world, that's the market, the way we see it. If we can be of any assistance to you, My number is right here, my cell phone number, and we'll see you next time. Please do follow us. Click on, if you like this content, like us, and we'll send you more. If there's a certain neighborhood price point that you'd like to have us dive into, we'd be happy to do it. Just please send us a message below, and we'll see you next time and give you more information on the Miami real estate market. Take care. Bye.